Hello students, today we are going to see PID controllers, that is application in control system. Now let us start with introduction. So in chapter 5 we have seen definition of system, definition of control system. So what is meant by system and control system? So in this chapter let us revise that. A system means an interconnection of elements and devices for a desired purpose. So whatever system that we want to work, so that is the interconnection of elements which are desired and the devices which are also desired for the desired output. Then control system, an interconnection of components forming a system configuration that will provide a desired response. So that is called as control system. So briefly in the figure it is explained. So input is provided to the process takes the input, it processes the thing and it gives output. Okay, then process, the device, plant or system under control. The input and output relationship represents the cause and effect relationship of the process. So the process will accept input and depending upon the input it will process the things and it will give output. Then types of control system. First one is open loop control system. It utilizes a controller or a control actuator to obtain the desired response. So here there is no feedback element. So in case of open loop we will be giving input signal or desired input signal to the actuating device and that actuating device gives data to processes. The process will work on that particular data from actuating device and it will give output. So in this particular open loop control system there is no feedback system. So whatever signals are there from input that will be taken, they are processed and it will give output. In case of closed loop control system it utilizes a feedback to compare the actual output to the desired output response. So that is closed loop. So whatever output is there, that output has to compare with the desired output response. So if at all there is a variation between actual output and the desired output, again the error signal will provided to the process. So that is closed loop control system. Then multivariable control system. So here system with more than one control loop are known as multivariable multi-input multi-output, that is MIMO, or multi-variable control system. Okay, now multi-variable control systems have more than one control loop. That's why they are known as multi-input or multi-output, multi-input multi-output or multi-variable control system. Then next control system is intelligent control system. So intelligent control system is a class of control techniques that use various artificial intelligence computing approaches like neural network, Bayesian's probability, fuzzy logic, machine learning, evolutionary computers, and genetic algorithm. So whatever terms that I have just told you, right, from neural networks, so these are the intelligent control systems. For that purpose, intelligence control systems are required. So these are the examples of intelligent control systems. Now, requirements of a good control system. First one is accuracy. It defines the limits of the error made when the instrument is used in normal operating conditions. To increase accuracy of any control system, error detector should be present in the control system. So error detector has to detect error, and if the error is minimum, that means your accuracy is high. So in the control system, in order to achieve accuracy, there should be a error detector device. Next is sensitivity. A control system should be sensitive to the input only. So if at all there is a variation in the input, the control system should be easily displace that particular variation in the input. Next is voice noise. A good control system should be able to reduce the noise effect. Now some control system produces excessive noise, so it affects the functionality of that particular control system. So a good control system should not produce noise. Next is bandwidth. Bandwidth should be large as possible for frequency response of good control system. Now the bandwidth should be as large as possible so that the proper frequency can be achieved, or proper frequency range can be achieved in order to work properly for that particular control system. Then speed. A good control system possesses high speed. The transient period for such system is very small. Transient period means in that small period of time the system will get boot or system will start itself. So the control system should have high speed. Then oscillations. A small number of oscillation or constant oscillation of output tend to system to be stable. So constant oscillation of output tend to system to be stable. So there should be a small number of oscillation or constant number of oscillation for the system in order to make sure that the system is stable. So these are the requirements of good control system. We have seen accuracy, sensitivity, noise, bandwidth, speed, and finally oscillations. Now next part is controllers. A controller is one which compares controlled values with the desired values and has a function to correct the deviation produced. So again I repeat, a controller is the one which compares control values with the desired values and has a function to correct the deviation produced. So here the control values has to be compared with the desired values, and if at all there is deviation between the control values and the desired values, the system will give signal and it will produce the output as per the desired input signal. So now types of controllers. First one is proportional controller, that is P. Second is proportional derivative controller, that is PD. Third one is proportional integral controller, that is PI. And lastly is proportional integral derivative controller, that is called as PID. So these are the 4 types of controllers, and we are going to see one by one. So let us start with proportional controller. So in a proportional controller, the output, which is also called as actuating or control signal, is directly proportional to the error signal. So here in proportional controller, the output is directly proportional to the error signal. So in the figure, in brief, the proportional controller system is shown. Desired state, then initially signal is sent to the system, then it produces control signal, and that control signal gives information to control. So if at all there is a variation between the actual values and the desired values, so that difference is given by the feedback signal. So that is a closed loop system. So here control signal is equal to Kp multiplied by error signal. So here if the error signal is a voltage and the control signal is also a voltage, then a proportional controller is just an amplifier. So if at all there is error signal as voltage and control signal as voltage, then the proportional controller is an amplifier. Then properties of proportional controller. In a proportional controller, steady state error tends to depend inversely upon the proportional gain. So here error is inversely proportional to the proportional gain. So if the gain is made larger, the error signal is down. So that is the thing is there. So proportional controller helps in reducing the steady state error, thus makes the system more stable. So proportional controllers helps to remove the steady state error. So it has a slow response of the over dampened system, and that can be made faster with the help of these controllers. Disadvantages or shortcomings: the P controller has the advantage of reducing down the steady state error of the system, but along with that it also have some serious disadvantages. So here disadvantage of P controller: due to presence of these controllers, we some offset in the system. So some offset in the system is provided by default. Then proportional controllers also increase the maximum overshoot of the system. Then next is it directly amplifies amplifies process noise. Then to avoid these errors and to make the controller more accurate and more practical, we have the advanced and modified version of it, which is known as Proportional Integral Controller, that is PI, and Proportional Derivative Controller, that is PD. So these are the various disadvantages of P controller. So next types of controllers we are going to see in next lecture or next presentation.